Super, super excited to be here tonight. Always, always, always. And we have a male presenter. Freddie is in the house. And we got some testosterone tonight. Super excited. This company, we got a lot of women and a few good men. And Fred is a really, really good man. He is a husband to Shirley for 40 years. 40 years. And after a very difficult time starting their family, holy cow, Fred, 6 pregnancies and 2 sons lost at birth. 4 years apart. Ouch. Mm-hmm. He now has 2 amazing adult married daughters and 7 grandchildren. It's amazing how lives rebuild, but that was a tough start. Fred grew up in a construction family in an oil and gas town in southern Ontario. He started working in a major refinery as a tank car loader and worked through the ranks to become an industrial electrician. He began his networking career in the 90s and saw negligible to moderate success in a few different companies. He saw LifeVantage when a friend introduced him to the ABC Primetime Investigative News Report, and the opportunity made sense to him. Within a year, he retired from his job in the refinery, where after 32 years, his pension is less than $6,000 a year. Dang. Now he has time to spend with his family, especially those precious grandchildren. They live on a 100-acre homestead and are building their dream home. Fred, wow. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We are super, super delighted to hear from you. And fasten your seatbelts. I love Fred. Thank you, Fred Hodgins, for being here.
Well, thank you so much. What a great introduction, Carrie. I'm just going to start with the screen share, and then we're ready to go. Audio's working, and I just got to move this one thing out of the road. So, hey, well, thanks so much, Carrie. That was a great introduction. Yes, we've had a tough start in life, but first off, I want to just thank everyone for taking the time out of your busy schedule to be here with us tonight. There's tons of things that you could do on a Tuesday evening, but you've chose to be here. So, congratulations to you, and I really hope that I add some value to you and your family. It's a huge honor to be asked to share our story, the LifeVantage story, and the potential that we all have in front of us. My 9-year-old granddaughter gave me some advice. She said, "Grandpa, can I give you some advice?" And I said, "Sure." She said, "Try not to say so much." So I'll do my best. A little background, I am a blue-collar guy. I didn't go to college. I come from a construction family, a farming family in southern Ontario. I started out working 12-hour shifts, loading tank cars up with propane at a propane refinery. I met my wife and that's a picture of her there with me at my cousin's wedding, and she was just the prettiest bridesmaid. What can I say? We just celebrated our 40th anniversary, and how crazy is that? That's a very recent picture of us. I'm 62. Shirley robbed the cradle. She's now 67. So some would say these products that we're going to be talking about today are working. Back to our beginning, when our first daughter was born, I knew I didn't want to work shift work for the rest of my life. So I took an extra course at night school on instrumentation and eventually got a job as an industrial electrician at the same refinery. But as Carrie said in our introduction, and I'm very open about that because we all go through stuff, but we had a tough time having a family, getting a start, losing 2 boys, at full-time birth. We got struck by lightning twice, 4 years apart, but it really taught me some lessons about family, about love, about what's important in life. So it's interesting how things work out. If that didn't happen, we wouldn't have our second daughter, Sarah. We're blessed with 2 amazing daughters and 7 grandchildren. And these grandchildren have never known Grandma and Grandpa to work a regular job. So back to our story in the early 90s, our neighbor shared with us a VHS tape about the network marketing industry. And to be honest, we were in a funk. It was just after our second son, and I was working all the time. But I went to a meeting and I saw regular people having success. And I thought maybe, just maybe, it was possible for a regular guy like me that's an introvert to do this, right? I saw other people. It was simple. The company in question just cut out the middlemen and paid people like us. The more I looked at it, the more it made sense. I just wanted a shot at owning my life. I love my girls, and I wanted to be with them, but I was working all the time, up at 6 a.m., off to work. I put on fire retardant clothes to work because I worked in a refinery. And even though the job paid well, it was a pretty negative environment, everybody complaining all the time. I didn't know a lot about network marketing, but here's some few things I learned over time about the industry. So number one, the industry itself is giant. It does $200 billion. It pays out $200 million a day to folks like us, regular people, moms and dads. It's bigger than baseball, basketball, football, hockey, and Hollywood combined. You do the work right once with the right company, it pays you over and over and over again. And this is a transferable asset. So compare that to a job. I didn't have that with my job or any traditional business. That ship had sailed. So this is really simple. Take it, feel it, really just experience it, and share it. We already do this with so many things, like a movie, a restaurant, an accountant, a pediatrician. When someone's looking for something and we know the answer, we give them the best advice we can. And when we're looking for something, they do the same. Anything of value we share. It's part of the human condition. We love to add and receive value. So as we look and we feel our best, we want to have fun. How about let's make some money and let's make a difference in what could make what more could we ask for in this life? So where did it all start? Well, I hope you've seen the ABC News report with Emmy Award-winning reporter John Quinones on this little yellow pill called Protandim. This changed my life and my family's direction forever. When I saw it, I was burnt out from this industry. I'd never made much money, but I did work hard. I was a good student. And no company I was with had all the right ingredients. And yet I wanted out of my job so bad. It was such a negative environment that my wife and I were close to buying a $400,000 franchise in the food industry in 2012. We had already put a $30,000 deposit down. It was close to signing a loan, putting our farm up for collateral. Thank God we didn't. And a business colleague called and said, "Are you in front of your computer? There's something interesting you deserve to know about." Well, I watched the ABC News report and I watched it again. They sampled the reporter's blood and his oxidative stress levels dropped 45%. You can see that on that graph, the difference between without Protandim and with Protandim in less than 2 weeks. They couldn't tell the difference of the blood between a 20-year-old and an 80-year-old. One of the doctors in the ABC named a bunch of diseases associated with oxidative stress, and I was blown away. Then that doctor said to Dr. Quinones, "I didn't want to wait until I was 80 to find out I should have taken this." And that just really hit home. Shirley walked into my office and said, what are you looking at? And I said what turned out to be one of the smartest things I could ever say. If it was possible to slow the rate at which we age, all natural, proven at the highest level of science, would you want to know about it? And she said, duh. Well, I did the next best thing I could. I played the ABC video and I zipped my lip. And she said, "Is this real?" Well, we knew about PubMed.gov from before. So it's the U.S. National Library of Medicine. And we typed in oxidative stress. And at the time, there was 112,000 studies. Not 5, not 20 or 100, but there was 112,000 studies. Then we typed in oxidative stress and inflammation, and there was over 15,000 studies. Today, the slide shows 318, but there's 321,000 studies. You don't have to be, you can load tank cars and figure that out. So just look at the updated chart on the left. Things linked to free radical damage to oxidative stress. Shirley asked me, "Is there opportunity here?" I said, "I think so." And she said, "Well, you better find out, because if this is true, this is a big deal." A few weeks later, I flew to the first major company meeting that was when I saw it in 2013 in San Antonio, Texas. I met people like Carrie Dickey, Mark and Lori Welsh, and tons of others. I'm a factory worker, but this made sense to me. Unique, patented, first to market. No one else had it or could get it. Shirley and I believe in prevention and investing in ourselves So we wanted this product. We wanted it for ourselves, our daughters, and the people we care about. Who doesn't want to slow aging? So why do we have oxidative stress? Well, everything we do causes it. Breathing, moving, exercising. And there's things that are happening to us that accelerate it. This chart's not likely new to anybody when we think about it. 80,000 chemicals that we've all dealt with since we were born. Things we can't see, EMFs, 5G, cleaning products, shampoos, deodorants, the water, the air we breathe. The truth is our body is a miracle and it filters all of this out the best it can. But over time, it takes its toll. And even a good diet is not enough to combat this. Look at this healthy cell, the pink one, the vibrant one that's full of energy, full of life. When I see that, I think of a beautiful baby, brand new, pure, innocent, full of life, full of potential. But over time, as we age, this cell changes at the cellular level. Have you ever heard a 30-year-old tell you, I just don't have the energy I did when I was 20, And then how about when you're 40, 50, 60, the effects are, as you see on this slide, lower energy, sleep is difficult, lack of concentration. And really, what do we want? We want to be able to keep up with our kids and feel good and have energy at the end of the day, be able to do the things we want to do. So look at the brilliance of this technology. Nature, it's God's pharmacy. It's activating God's factory. All natural, safe, and clean. When you feed the body and the brain and turn on the enzymes that look after the cell and take out the cellular trash, the first study showed that they could not tell the difference between the blood markers of a 20-year-old and an 80-year-old. This formula works 18 times better than the individual ingredients. In Canada, we're regulated by Health Canada. And they make us do all kinds of extra testing and then requirements before you can label a product. And on the bottle of Protandim, right here, I'm holding up, on the bottle of Protandim, it says right on the bottle, Protandim activates your body's antioxidant defense mechanisms that fight free radicals. I'm going to repeat that. Protandim NRF2 activates your body's antioxidant defense mechanisms that fight free radicals. There's no other product that I'm aware of in the world anywhere where a government body makes you put that on the body. And that's what we say. It's causing your body to create its own antioxidant enzymes. So would you rather take an antioxidant or make antioxidants? So let's go back in time. And this is before LifeVantage was in the business model that we're in. In the beginning, these brilliant scientists had the patent we talked about. And they did what any good scientist would do. At that point, once they had a patent, they called their colleagues at other research institutions, right? And here's just a couple that come to my mind. LSU. Well, they decided to find out what happens when you reduce oxidative stress. They used their own funding and found, to their surprise, that the tumors they were studying reduced 35 to 57%. They repeated it, it repeated. They repeated, it repeated. They called LifeVantage and told them the results, that it was actually activating the NRF2 pathway. I think that was an aha moment at the time. LifeVantage trademarked the NRF2 synergizer and created a skincare line that's NRF2 activated. Washington State University was looking at all these studies coming through about the NRF2 pathway. And they did what's called a meta study. And their conclusion was activating the NRF2 pathway could very well be the most important preventative and most important therapeutic breakthrough in the history of medicine. Just look at this list of universities and journals, and most of it is self-funded, is not funded by LifeVantage. The company started to invest more in research and development, more in products. They started to bring in more scientists into the fold. And something unusual happened with our products as we started to build the network and talk to people. Doctors from all disciplines started joining the company as consultants. Well, I asked questions, why? Well, it's because the science is real and professionals that were open saw an opportunity to serve at a higher level. So you imagine what's next when a group of brilliant people with the right heart, the right motivation, what they can do, what they can create, the problems they can solve and tackle. So we didn't stop at the beginning. Well, collagen's a big thing. I think everybody is aware of that. This article in The Guardian, it just happened there. Okay, the article in The Guardian, and it says, can collagen really turn back the clock? Well, it reminded me of John Quinones in the ABC News report saying that. I knew very little about collagen, but we have the internet and a search button. Quickly found out that 30% of our body is made up of collagen. It's like the glue that holds our tendons together. If you were reading that slide while I talked about this, is just without collagen, our cells would simply collapse in on themselves. Our skeleton and blood vessels would disintegrate. So I want collagen. So the benefits go beyond skin deep. Tendons, organs, muscles, bones, hair, skin, eyes. But there's a disturbing fact. As we age, we lose 1% of our collagen once we're over 20, and over 50, it increases to about 1.5%. So without collagen, we wrinkle, we lose strength, we lose our eyesight, and just look at the list. And the decline is gradual until it's not. So at my age, I've lost probably 40 to 45% before liquid collagen. And gals, the stats are that it happens a little faster with women. So if you want social proof, just look at a picture of yourself from 10 years ago or your parents from 10 years ago. This is why the collagen is now a multi-billion-dollar market. And so typical to LifeVantage, we set the bar real high. Our CEO, Steve Fife, gave our sciences a research budget, and they went to work. And it came out true science, liquid collagen, winning awards, setting sales records. And so as a skeptic, it's fair to ask the question, what makes this liquid collagen superior and unique? Well, as to our company philosophy is activation. So this collagen activates our own body's own production of collagen while replenishing and maintaining collagen levels. So think of ARM, ARM, activate, replenish, maintain. Our scientists set out to break the status quo. We are the activation company, and some questions our chief science officer, Lisa Barnes, would have asked her team is, how can we cause the body to create its own collagen production? And so like the other activators, they picked into ingredients, put them together that activate our cells to build collagen. Innovations around us today, think of our cell phones, flip phone versus the phone you have today with no buttons and tons of apps, or the internet. Has that changed our life? If all you had was dial-up internet, the screen's black. So why is that happening to me? And so I'll just continue. With AI, robotics, change, innovations all around us. At LifeVantage, we understand that. But our scientists are not going to sit still. So they develop this collagen that activates. Look at this graph here. On week 0, that's just a normal skin collagen density. And after 8 weeks, it's the yellow that you're looking at that's the collagen. It more than doubled from 30 to 68. So, wow, that's amazing. 10 diverse types of marine peptides make up our collagen, all sourced from responsible, sustainable fish. Other companies, if they use a marine, they just use 1 or 2 peptides, probably to save money. And we do testing from the ground up, or in this case, the ocean up, testing for heavy metals, pesticides, and all of the bad stuff. Our scientists, executives, board of directors, including Aaron Brockovich, wanted quality and a product that works. And we just wanted something at LifeVantage's distributors to have something we could have confidence in. Our collagen tastes great. There's no fish aftertaste. Again, activate, replenish, maintain. So what's not in it? Well, as you read that list, there's no artificial sugar, no sugars, artificial sweeteners. It's non-GMO. And they actually had to create a different formula for other markets because, of the government regulation. And It took a while, but Lisa Barnes, again, our chief science officer, and her team, they did that, and they just launched a liquid collagen in Canada. When I was talking to Lisa Barnes at our last convention, she just grinned from ear to ear and said, this international formula works as well or as better than what I just shared above. And we have it now in market. It tastes good. We're so excited. And to have this in the Canadian market. So why a liquid? Liquid just makes sense. Our body can absorb it more quickly, can use it efficiently. Land-based collagens and powders don't activate, right? Don't activate our own collagen production. They're not as bioavailable. So I believe that you're worth it, right? Get the best you can. Again, looking at this 8-week study, this trial, I'll focus on the first one, 100% increase in collagen density. Remember that picture I showed a few slides ago, what that looked like. So ever slept on a poor mattress? Well, we want our collagen to be right up. And I'm sorry that I don't know why this is happening. I've had a blank screen a couple times, but a picture's worth 1,000 words. Dozens of pictures tell a truthful story. And so look at this, these pictures, and these are people that we know. Imagine how these ladies and the pictures I'm going to show, how they feel, how they approach each day, the confidence, the bounce in their step, the energy chasing children and grandchildren, the ability to be able to perform. So the gal on the right, she gets accused of having her after or before picture or after picture as being her daughter. And of course, on the left, that's the beautiful Carrie Dickey. And Betty, look at Betty's pictures here. And at the 5-month mark, well, now we've had this for about a year. Look at her pictures. You know, at the next convention, we're going to all have to wear name tags. So again, a few more pictures. This is Becky Taylor on the right. She spoke just before me. Seth Mulder. Look at the necklines here. Just imagine how happy these people feel, right? And there's Mark Welsh, the fellow I met 10 years ago at convention. So on and on. We could do this all day, literally, with all these pictures. Look at how bright, how happy the woman is on the right. She just, it just makes me smile. And the lines on Sean's face, how they're gone. I'm grateful that Nancy took a picture of her legs from before and was able to compare this so that we could all see the benefits, what happened. And again, how would she feel? So take your pictures before, take your before pictures and take them of your neck, your face, your hands, your arms, your legs, your feet, even your butt. You don't have to share them, but after, you'll be glad that you took them. Again, some more pictures. As a dad of daughters that have had babies, imagine how happy these women feel. The gal on the left, her hairline. Again, that smile is how happy people feel. Okay, so let's reason together. If we're seeing this on the outside, imagine what it's doing on the inside. People are talking about how much better they feel, but their friends are seeing them with a bounce in their step, more energy, getting better sleep. So activation is better together. So when we take Protandim, which is an activator, and our liquid collagen, which is an activator, they just work hand in glove. They just work better. Again, we can look at these studies or at this graph in more detail. We just don't have the time. Our science team had hit a home run with the liquid collagen, and they, at being creative, love coming to work and collaborating, they looked at what else they could do. And they just released the True Science True Renew, a daily firming complex. It is a retinol replacement. It's safe. It has no redness. They hit another home run. Many women have sensitive skin. I knew nothing about this product, and that retinol was $1 billion industry. But I believe if a company developed this product, they would build a whole product line around it and create $1 billion company. And it's one of our products. Thinking of the big picture. So are you starting to understand? And I said understand, not understand. Understand activation in the heart of the people that you're that we're working with, and the corporate team, the board of directors, and the field team. Being a LifeVantage activated person just is good. So we are LifeVantage, the activation company. We solve challenges most people care about, clean hair care products. There's an app. I don't like the name of the app. It's called Think Dirty, but I think clean, and it rates consumer products. A lot of our products have been rated, and they come in off the charts good, but you can compare it to products that you have in your house already. Go to the Think Dirty app and type in the baby shampoos. It'll blow you away how bad they are. So we look good, feel good, are younger, have more energy. So with all that I've said, you may be thinking there's an opportunity here. I'm going to just take a couple minutes to talk about that. I spent 90% of the time on the products. So on the opportunity, let me ask you a question. If you could design a perfect opportunity, would you want to be in a cubicle for 40 hours, for 40 years? Most would say no. What if you could be creative, sit down with some really smart people, and would you imagine a product line like we just discussed? Maybe add in an experienced corporate team, a board of directors with commitment and heart. Maybe you'd even ask Aaron Brockovich to be on your board of directors. Let's go wild with our imagination. How about a business with no employees, no accounts receivable, no overhead? You can work from your phone or your computer from anywhere. There's no territories, you have global distribution rights. You have a customer call center to handle all of your questions for you and your team, social media assets, a website, on and on and on. And you have a support team that only gets paid if they help you, right? And what if you could be, your company, your partner could be debt-free, have cash flow, proven science on the NASDAQ with a community of loving, fantastic people to work with. Not to mention amazing tax benefits by owning your own business. And so, it's blank again. So pick a pack. That's how we get started. We're excited in Canada. We have the Healthy Glow pack in the US and Canada and most markets now. And if it's not in your market in Europe, it's coming. You get all the above with the cost of a couple tires or a night and a half decent hotel. You get and you also get the True Renew for free starting in December or January. So get the leverage, start now, and then the people that you bring in can also start the same way. And also it's a tax deduction. And then you just pick your and I had rebooted my computer, so this should not be happening. But you pick your subscription for you and your family. You can change it and you can add to it as your needs change. Get back to the person that cared enough to share this with you so that you make the right decisions. Again, the True Renew is included. The income, this is throwing me off a little bit, so I apologize. We have an income disclosure sheet. Yeah, income disclosure sheet. We're a publicly traded company. And so look at that where it's circled there in red and pick the number would make a difference for you, right? Well, I was looking for freedom and to get out of my job. So there was a number there that I needed to get to do that, to be debt-free, to be able to spend time with my kids. That's really, LifeVantage is a vehicle to get what you want out of life. That's the way I look at it. And so take it, feel it, share it, join the movement today. This is crazy. So this is not one that we're going to be able to keep. But anyways, take it, feel it, share it, love people, go make a difference in the world. And we love you guys. Back to you, Carrie.
Recording
Fred, you know what? You are so authentic and credible. And we know you love this company. We know you love the people. We know you love your family. And that's really all that matters. And technology is going to do what technology is going to do.
Exactly.
My wife had to pop.
We say, woo, Freddie. Thank you for being here. I'm so delighted you said yes. And the first one's always the hardest. We get better and better as we go. We got cute amber white in 30 minutes. Fred, you did darn good considering, it's 30 minutes. Not bad at all. We'll see you
Yes.
in 30 minutes with Amber White. Thanks.
Turn right.
Love you,
Loved
Nina.
it, Fred.
All
Great
right,
job.
thank
Thank you.
Great job,
That was
Fred.
great.
All right, thank you, everybody. Appreciate it. Anybody can do this, right? A
Exactly.
blue collar
Yes.
tire loader.
Cincinnati, yay! You had a